Hello, students. Well, I hope you're all home and safe. Well, today we are going to start with lesson number 4.3 Around the World in 80 Days. So, open your page number 189 in your textbook, in your 10th standard English course book, and we'll begin with this story 4.3 Around the World in 80 Days. Jules Gabriel Verne 1828 to 1905. So 1828 he was born in that year and he died in 1905. He left earth on 1905. So the proper date is not given, only year is mentioned over here. So that is the lifespan of Jules Verne, who was a French novelist who writes a long story in a single book. French novelist. So he belonged to France. A poet, he was also a poet and a playwright, a person who writes articles for drama. One wrote widely popular series of adventure novels, including Journey to the Center of the Earth, published in 1864, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, published in 1870, and Around the World in 80 Days, which was published in 1873. These three novels are widely popular out of all his writings. Verne is generally considered a major literary author in France and most of Europe. Verne has been the second most translated author in the world. So he was very well known in France and again in the most of the European continent. Again, he is still today, according to this text, he is still today the second most translated author. That means books are translated into another languages. So these persons, Jules Verne's novel has been translated too many times and in too many languages. So that's why he is the second most translated author in the world. Okay. Then characters. So we'll see the characters first in this novel, what characters he has mentioned. So he has mentioned some major characters and minor characters too. So in major characters column, if we look, we'll find Phileas Fogg, Passepartout. Passepartout, now it is written in French. So in French, it is written that way, but it is pronounced as Passepartout. Phileas Fogg, Passepartout, Elda, and Detective Fix. Detective Fix, obviously. By reading the name Detective Fix, we understand that the person named Fix is a detective in this story. Minor characters, then we have some minor characters like Sir Francis Cromarty, John Bunsby, the Reform Club members, the PRC Guide, Colonel Stamp Proctor, Mr. Camerfield, Mr. Mandy Boy, Elder William Hitch, Mudge, Captain Speedy. Okay, out of this, the third one in the minor characters list, you will find the Reform Club members. And the Reform Club members, let me tell you, if you go through this novel, if you get to read it, you will understand that the Reform Club is where the story all begins. And it has some members, because obviously it's a club, so it will have some members, and from that it starts. Then we go to theme. The novel is full of adventure and the excitement which the readers come across and enjoy from the beginning to the end. But first of all, let me tell you, we have studied in 11th standard what theme means. Theme is the main idea of. Now here we are talking about novel, but in 11th standard we studied about drama. So theme is the main idea behind all the writing work that is done. Okay, so let's go through theme now. और अगर आपको समझ नहीं आता है कुछ चीज़ें तो you can ask me in the comment section, then we'll get back to you. Okay, ज़्यादातर कोशिश हम यही करेंगे कि पूरी तरह से पूरा लेसन हम इंग्लिश में ही समझ कर लेंगे. फिर भी अगर नहीं समझ आता है कुछ चीज़ें तो you can ask me in the comment section and I'll answer your questions happily. Okay, the novel is full of adventure. What is adventure? Adventure is means when you are out to explore something and you have to go through some difficulty, some obstacles. That is adventure. So the novel is full of adventure and the excitement which the readers come across and enjoy from the beginning to the end. It is also full of excitement. So when you start reading from beginning to the end of the story, you will be always in the excitement mode. That's very important for any reader or any author to keep the readers engaged. Okay, so let's see. Phileas Fogg, the major character in the novel, accepts the challenge to go around the world in 80 days. So what is given? Phileas Fogg. We saw in the major characters list that Phileas Fogg is one of the major characters. So Phileas Fogg, the major character in the novel, accepts the challenge to go around the world in 80 days. So he has accepted one challenge. He says that he will travel around the world in 80 days. So for example, he is at one point. From this point, he will go around the world and again reach this point within 80 days. Okay, and accomplishing this feat, he goes through various lands and meets with diverse adventures. Obviously, he is going around the world. That means he is going to face different people. He's going to go through different landscapes, different natural diversities, and so he will obviously get into different adventures, and that all is given in this novel, what adventures he has to face. Thus the novel proceeds at a fast pace. There is always some excitement resulting from the various encounters. There is always an excitement with whatever Phileas Fogg is doing in his journey. The beauty of the novel is that the writer takes the readers to a journey of many hair-raising incidents. Hair-raising incidents. Some incidents are so exciting that they will really give you a feeling of thrill. Hair-raising incidents and exciting, adventurous, thrilling yet beautiful places in the world. Also, the novel takes you to the beautiful places in the world. The most important feature of this adventure novel is time. It illustrates repeatedly that time is fickle and either. Wait, let's go to page number 190 now. Works for or against them. Time. Time is very important. Okay, still there is research going on, and they say that time is very much powerful. So sometimes what happens, the time it can work against a person or work for the person. Okay, it's very necessary and very important to learn time so that once we understand the power of time, we can easily have a control of it. In many cases, time foils their plans. When the delays build up and ships and trains leave without them, that sometimes land the characters in trouble. Okay. Many a times what happens, because of the time, they are always having a problem in reaching towards the ship or train on time, and they're always in trouble because of this, because they don't reach on time because of the obstacles that they are facing. And that is also something that keeps the readers excited. In the end, Fogg wins the bet. Okay, in the end, what happens? Fogg, he wins the bet, that is the challenge, Now, if there is a word mentioned as bet, that means it the challenge is accepted against some price. Okay, and that to a monetary price, as he gained a day when crossing the international date line. Because he was traveling and he was going all around the world, time changes when you go around the world. So that's why he reached one day earlier, but he completed his traveling around the world. That happens. The ultimate message is that no one can control time. Time will work the way it wants to work, and humans are at its mercy. So, the ultimate message from this novel, the text here says that time will work its in its way, and we are all like time is our master, we are its slave. Okay, that kind of thing. Before his journey around the world, Fogg lived a solitary life. He closed himself off to others and cared little about the way he was perceived by other people. By the end of the trip, though he recognizes the importance of human connections, both in the form of love with Avda and friendship and loyalty with Passepartout, all this new understanding and appreciation is the greatest thing he has gained from the trip. Okay. Before his journey around the world, he lived a solitary life, means he lived a lonely life. He never mixed with other people, but when he started to go outside through this journey, he understood how to maintain relationship and human connections and the importance of all this. So he developed a lovely connection with Avda and friendship and loyalty with Passepartout. Well, let me tell you, Passepartout is his butler. Butler, a manservant. Above all, this new understanding and appreciation is the greatest thing he has gained from the trip. So he has learned this thing from this trip and he is satisfied with that. Though he has the opportunity to double his fortune. Okay. Fortune, his riches or his money or his wealth. So though he has the opportunity to double his wealth, Fogg's motivation to embark on such a crazy adventure has little to do with the money. Instead, he wants to preserve his honor and prove his worth to the men of the Reform Club to show that he can do what he sets out to do. Okay, he just have accepted the challenge not to earn the money or wealth that he would receive from the Reform Club by accepting the bet and completing it. Instead, he wanted to show it for to prove himself and to also maintain his worth. Okay, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना इज्जत को बचाने के लिए कर रहा है. Fogg spends nearly all of his money along the way. और जितना भी पैसा उसके पास है, all the money that he had, so he had spent all in his way, showing that riches are not what he is truly out for. To show that he is not out for money and he doesn't care about money, he spent a lot of money during his journey. For Phileas Fogg, honor is more important than money. Again, an important statement about the character is given here that for Phileas Fogg, honor is more important than money. He's not doing it for money, he's doing it for honor because it is more important for him. That is his first priority, honor. Throughout the entire trip, Fogg and his group encounter various obstacles standing in their way. Yes, we have discussed this. These challenges allow them to use their quick thinking to come up with innovative solutions to even the most complicated of problems. So, what happens because they are facing different obstacles? They come up with innovative solutions. Why? Because there is only a small time left to react to those obstacles. So, they do it in a quick thinking way and they find out innovative solutions to all of those complicated problems, relaying the message that no problem is unsolvable. So they are giving a message here again that no problem is unsolvable. Every problem can be solved because every problem has a solution. it is not only Fogg who shows his clever wit, his clever intelligence. We can say intelligence, but it is not exactly intelligence. So clever wit in coming up with solutions. Passepartout too shows his ingenuity in multiple situations. So both of them. Sometimes Fogg has found out some solutions. Sometimes Passepartout, his butler, through his genius ideas, finds a help in multiple such disastrous situations. Let's come to the plot. Around the World in 80 Days begins at the Reform Club in England with Phileas Fogg, Thomas Flanagan, Thomas Flanagan, Samuel Fallantin, and John Sullivan sitting by a fireplace reading newspapers. We are introduced to Fogg, a very precise man who regularly goes to the Reform Club every evening. Now, plot we have seen again in the 11th standard drama section in the history of drama part. The plot we have studied, that plot means the main story. So now we are going to see the whole story in a short manner. Around the World in 80 Days begins at the Reform Club in England. So the story begins in England. Phileas Fogg, Thomas Flanagan, Samuel Fallantin, and Fogg Sullivan. These four people sitting by a fireplace reading newspapers. A fireplace is there in foreign houses. And they're reading newspapers, and they are gathered over there because they are club members. Maybe they're at the clubhouse where they are meeting together. Okay, we are introduced to Fogg, a very precise man, a very perfect man. Okay, precise. He needs all things perfect. Okay, who regularly goes to the Reform Club every evening. Every evening, these people are meeting. Okay, Fogg also comes there every evening. At the Reform Club, Fogg, Fallantin, and Sullivan are talking about a recent bank robbery. These people, these four persons, are talking about a recent bank robbery. तो बैंक में कुछ तो बड़ी लूट हुई है, उसके बारे में बात कर रहे, चर्चा कर रहे. This conversation leads to a wager. This conversation leads to a wager. Wager मतलब वही bet लगाना, या फिर जिसको हम लॉटरी बोलते. Fogg is quite sure he can travel around the world in 80 days, while Sullivan doesn't believe it can be done. Sullivan, Flanagan, and Fallantin think Fogg is not considering the unexpected. All of the men accept the wager for 20,000 pounds. 20,000 pounds के लिए उनकी bet तय हो जाती है. Because these three people, because of Sullivan, they are also convinced that yes, Fogg is not ready to accept that such a thing is unexpected or it cannot be done, it is impossible. But Fogg is very determined. He says no, it can be done and it is possible. So this is the beginning of the entire plot, and from then on we see how Fogg goes around the world and we witness the amazing adventures that he has with his companions, his fellow friends who are accompanying him in his journey. The main plot is based on Fogg's travels, while other such plots merely support the central theme. The whole main story is mostly focused on his travels, otherwise, some small stories related to that are just to support the theme. Fix, the detective, follows Fogg all over. Fix is one detective that we have seen in the major characters list at the beginning. So Fix the detective follows Fogg all over. He believes that Fogg is a bank robber who has robbed a great sum from the Bank of England. He puts obstacles in Fogg's path just so that he can arrest him whenever he gets the warrant from England. So this detective is waiting to get a warrant from the England police or the England Commissioner of Police. And so what he is doing until he gets that warrant, he's always putting some obstacles in Fogg's path during his journey around the world. And he believes that the bank robbery that these four people were talking bank robbery is all done by Fogg himself. He thinks like that, okay. The suspicion, the doubt, suspicion matlab doubt, the doubt that Fogg might be a clever gentleman robber is the sub-theme of the book. And the author makes the reader also suspicious. Okay. Now since this is plot, they are opening every secret that is there in the book. They are saying that yes, the text is saying that Fogg looks like a very clever gentleman, but is actually a robber. For whom he looks like that? For Fix, who is the detective, is behind Fogg. And the author is also keeping us in a doubtful manner so that we or the readers will think that yes, Fogg is the real robber. But it's not like that. That also is mentioned in the plot. So this is just like what we call spoilers. It is just like a spoiler of any movie. Okay, like that. This is also a spoiler. But yes, it is really a wonderful novel if you get to read it. It's really interesting. Okay, Passepartout wonders whether his master might be a robber. Now, Passepartout also sometimes feel that yes, the master must be a robber too. Though in his heart he has much trust in Fox's integrity. The plot moves ahead with Fox driving through various obstacles to reach London in time. He goes through Brindisi, Suez, Bombay, which is Mumbai now, Calcutta, which is now Kolkata, Hong Kong, Yokohama, San Francisco, New York, and finally Liverpool. Liverpool is in England. So these are the names of some important cities through which he goes through. Fix arrests Fogg at Liverpool. Liverpool, I told you it's in England. Fix arrests Fogg at Liverpool. So after going through around the world, finally he arrests him in England only, and that too at Liverpool. And this delays Fogg a bit. What happens when Fix catches this person at Liverpool? Fogg thinks that now he would not reach to the club. The members will think that he has failed. So he thinks that he has missed the deadline of 80 days and hasn't reached London in time when in reality he reached a full day earlier. Thus Fogg wins the wager, the bet, and in the course of his travels finds himself a worthy, charming, beautiful wife too. So we have seen one character, Avda. So Avda becomes his wife. So in this story it is given that Avda, he meets Avda in his journey. Okay. So I hope you have understood. Now let's move to page number 191. So today we are going to just see the synopsis of this extract in this part. In the next part, we'll go through the story too. Okay. Synopsis of the extract. Synopsis of the extract means whatever the extract is provided here, it is not a full story is provided here. We are going to see what part of the lesson or what part of the book or what part of the novel is given here in the 12th standard textbook this year. As soon as Fogg, Avda, and Passepartout arrive in Liverpool, so this is the ending part that is given here. Fix arrests Fogg. Phileas is thrown in jail. He's also put in jail. Several hours later, the Fix learns that another man was responsible for the bank robbery and he releases Fogg, who orders a special train. After learning that actually the bank robber was some other person and not Fogg, he then leaves Fogg from the jail, but few hours was wasted over in this action. However, he arrives in London late, making everyone disappointed. Okay. Because of this, he reaches London late. He's not on time. Phileas and company are now broke. Phileas and company means Phileas and his partners who were there in his journey are now broke. Broke means they are not happy. The deadline for the bait has passed. Broke means they are not happy also and they are not having any money right now because they thought that they would get some money from them. The deadline for the bait has passed and there's nothing to do but go home and pout. Now, this they are thinking that there is nothing to do now. We'll go home. Everything, all that we did is now all waste. They think like that. So Phileas locks himself in his room and for the first time allows himself to be seriously depressed. To be seriously depressed means he's in very deep stress, deep tension, and so he is locked himself in his own room. Avda and Passepartout are so worried that they too can't eat or sleep. Now they are in a very tensed mode. So Avda, Passepartout, and even Phileas Fogg, these three people are very worried and they are in a tensed mode that they cannot think of eating or sleeping, and even if they think, they are unable to do so. The following evening, Fogg apologizes to Avda for being unable to provide for her comfort as a result of losing the bet. Now, because Avda is now his wife, also, or maybe still they are girlfriends and girlfriend and boyfriend. I mean, that relation is there. But he then comes out at evening and apologizes Avda that he cannot fulfill her dreams, he cannot give her the comfort that was wished or promised to him. But what happens when he apologizes? She in turn proposes marriage to him. Then she says that no, I want to marry you because I love you. And he joyfully agrees. He also says that okay, I also love you and I would marry you. Passepartout is sent to engage a clergyman, a lawyer. He runs off to get a reverend to marry Fogg and Avda the next day, which they all think is Monday. While running to grab the nearest preacher to marry Phileas and Avda, Passepartout finds out that it's actually Sunday, not Monday, like the group has been thinking. So these three people were thinking that it is Monday, but it was actually Sunday, and they realized that it is Sunday when Passepartout was out to find out the nearest preacher. Preacher means the person like father or any saintly person who would give them blessings for marriage. So he's out for that purpose, but he realizes that it is actually Sunday. And then Phileas Fogg, okay, by traveling eastward around the world, Phileas Fogg, master calculator and obsessive organizer, being a master calculator, we have studied that he is a very precise man or a very perfect man. So here one adjective is given to him as a master calculator and obsessive organizer, means he is very good at organizing as and very good at calculating too. He's forgotten the time he's gained by journeying through all those time zones. सो टाइम के पास ध्यान ही नहीं गया इतना अच्छे से वो परफेक्ट रहकर भी, क्योंकि वो जर्नी पे था, थोड़ा सा टाइम पर ध्यान नहीं गया. He learns that the journey through the time zones had gained them a day and that they are not at all late. Passepartout races home, grabs Phileas by the collar, shows him into the cab, and deposits him at the club. Phileas presents himself with minutes to spare and effectively wins the bet. अब पास पार्टू क्या करता है भाई, घर जाता है. घर पे जाने के बाद इतना उसको जैसे समझ आता है ना कि बाबा आज तो संडे है, मंडे नहीं है, तो वो डायरेक्टली फिलियस के पास चला जाता है. फिलियस को कॉलर से, अपना मास्टर है वो, लेकिन फिर भी क्योंकि अभी समय बहुत ही कीमती है, तो उसका कॉलर पकड़ के उसको खींच के लाता है. और कैब मतलब टैक्सी है, तो ही पुट्स हिज मास्टर इनटू द कैब एंड डिपॉजिट्स, मतलब उसको बिठाता है कहाँ पे, क्लब में पहुंचाता है. फिलियस प्रेजेंट्स हिमसेल्फ विथ मिनट्स स्पेयर्ड, मतलब क्या कि कुछ मिनट ही बाकी है अभी, और उतने मिनट के अंदर उसको पहुंचाता है और इसलिए वो बेट जीत जाता है. ही इज रिच वंस मोर, बट मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली एज ही सेज टू हिमसेल्फ, ही हैज वॉन द हार्ट ऑफ अ चार्मिंग वुमन. और वो हम अभी इसके बाद बोलता है कि मैंने एक औरत का, बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल सुंदर औरत का मैंने दिल जीत लिया, सुंदर स्त्री का दिल जीत लिया, और वो बेड भी जीत जाता है. इस तरह से ये पूरी कहानी खत्म हो जाती है. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड गाइस. थैंक यू.
तो अगर आपको हमारे इस लेक्चर को देखने के बाद ऐसा लग रहा है, ऐसा विश्वास आ रहा है कि आपके कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो रहे हैं, तो ज़रूर हमें फॉलो करें फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर जैसे अन्य माध्यमों में भी। धन्यवाद।